Hello goddesses, and welcome back to another video. As always, before we hop into today's video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can become a part of the goddess family. I love you guys so much, and let's go ahead and hop into today's video. Today I'm going to be doing something completely different. I say that a lot because I'm doing a lot of just different things. I have so many different elements to myself, but I wanted to share with you guys something that I personally enjoy, which is a pick a card reading. Now, I've watched these like so many times on TikTok. That's kind of how I got started into watching pick cards, and then I started watching them on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, this is really fascinating. Now, a lot of the pick a cards are normally tarot. I do not read tarot cards, even though I find them very fascinating. I lean more towards oracle cards, which oracle cards are meant to kind of give you guidance and reassurance and just messages from your spirit guides, your spirit team, your angels. And I don't know, I've wanted to do this for a while. I'm a little nervous because I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I have full faith that it is going to be amazing. I do want you guys to pick either pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. I'm going to go ahead and put the pictures right here on the screen. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So go ahead and take a moment, take a deep breath, see which pile you resonate with, what picture are you drawn to. That usually has a message for you that you need to hear currently. So I want to call this particular oracle reading, what do you need to know right now? So this doesn't really matter if you're seeing this today, if you're seeing this a week from now, if you're seeing this a year from now. It's when you see this video, what do you need to know at the time you see the video? And again, it's not going to be tarot. It's only going to be oracle. I'm going to bring across the messages that your spirit team, that your angels want to let you know, your higher self. If you do not like pick a card readings, I will be doing a makeup review on Thursday, which I'm also really excited about. It's how I did my face today. It's just current drugstore products that are actually dupes for high-end products. So look out for that. And I will also be doing a giveaway, which is going to be really fun. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into pile number 1. Okay, so all of my beautiful goddesses who picked pile number 1, I'm gonna just clear the energy and I'm gonna put my intention into the cards that the right messages that your angels, your spirit guide, your spirit team, your higher self, and that only the highest message for your highest timeline comes through for you in these cards. So I will be shuffling. Please know that this is for entertainment purposes. Oracle messages are supposed to help give you direction. They are not supposed to be the only direction. Please always use your better judgment and own intuition while watching any pick a card, not just mine, any pick a card. How I read them is I'll read the oracle card. So this is called Wake Up Call, and then I'll do my own intuitive what energy I pick up on this pile. So for pile number 1, what I'm getting is somebody who is lying in bed. So I'm getting somebody, obviously wake up call. I'm getting somebody who is stagnant, somebody who doesn't want to move. You're just there and you don't want to move because there's a sense of heaviness around your energy is really what I'm feeling. I'm feeling a very heavy energy. So there is a decision that needs to be made, and with this decision, there's going to be a lot of movement. And I think that no matter which way you decide to move, it's this fear of moving in the wrong direction is what I'm picking up for pile number 1. So this is accept disappointments gracefully. So to me, when I see this, accept disappointments gracefully, even if both sides of the road don't seem ideal, if you're going to lose something to go to this side and you're going to lose something to go to this side, so you can't have it all, so you're stuck in the middle and you'd rather not move, whatever it is you decide, you are going to have to let go of one thing. You cannot take everything with you. That's just the way I think of life. Like, you cannot just take everything with you at all times. Sometimes things need to be left behind in order for more things to come into your life. So when you let go of things gracefully and with ease, then whatever is waiting for you behind this next journey, behind this next door, can come in easily for you. So the heaviness that you're feeling is just because you have this pressure of this abundance, this glory, this things that you've been calling in. I see abundance, I see a new job, I see opportunity that you've been trying to manifest, that is trying to come in. It's literally at the end of this pathway, but it cannot come in because there's all this baggage that you are still sleeping on, that you are still a part of. And so the moment that you decide to accept what is no longer meant for you and leave it with peace and grace and honor it, the more that what you have been trying to call in will start to happen. And I feel like for some of you that this has been happening where you've been asking for this for at least I'm getting 2 years that you've been on and off trying to manifest a new beginning, and it's time to make a plan and to start going for it. To really start trusting in yourself. What I'm hearing is that there's been lack of trust before, but you do feel like you do trust yourself a lot more now, which is great. Make necessary sacrifices. It's just cutting the loose ends. It really is. It's cutting the loose ends and making peace what no longer serves you, to get to your highest timeline. Admit your vulnerabilities. Also, to be honest with yourself. I think a lot of what I'm feeling, there's a lot of pride and ego in this pile number 1, which is fine, in a sense that is a part of a lot of where growth happens. But at the same time, to not get stuck there, that might be some traits that you have to learn to leave behind in order for this abundance to start coming in. And I see the abundance to start coming in within as soon as a month. So I'm getting 1, so either a month to a year. And then be patient. So I'm hearing 1, so like next, either April or next April, I see this coming in. And again, this is all up to free will. So the faster that you let go of these loose ends, the faster that this will start to come in for you. So build on solid ground. So in order to build on solid ground, you have to have a level playing field. You cannot build on a bunch of just old rock, I guess not old rocks, but I was gonna say trash, but I hate that analogy. But you cannot build on top of something else and have it be solid and foolproof, right? You have to clear it out, level it out, take away what no longer serves you there. And then that way you can build a real strong, solid foundation. I'm also gonna pull from the angel deck here because this is my favorite deck. I actually got this the other day, and this deck is just amazing to me because I love angels, especially archangels. So for pile number 1, whichever angel on the angel team wants to come through, spiritual support. And so you are supported. I do feel there is support from somebody who has now crossed over within your ancestry timeline. I'm getting paternal side. So the paternal side, there's definitely a figure there, a few figures, but there's one dominant that is definitely coming through. And it says, "Dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow. I become more spiritually aware." There's definitely somebody on the paternal side that is watching over you heavily. Heavily is what I'm feeling. I'm getting the chills as I'm saying that. Very strong energy. Love and accept yourself. I think this is a part of your spiritual growth, your spiritual journey. Loving and accepting your faults, loving and accepting yourself, pile 1, will definitely help you get to that next level. Again, you are divinely supported and divinely guided, so do not fear that. There's definitely a lot of support. This one really wants to keep coming out. They really want you to know because there's parts of you that feels that you are not supported, because there's a lot of parts of you that feel alone, but your angels really want you to know because this is trying to come out. This is the 3rd time now, and 3 is a very powerful, significant number, the Holy Trilogy. There's 3 angels here on the card. You are very supported. Do not worry about this move because no matter what side you choose, it's going to be the right for you at this time. Follow your gut, trust your intuition, really trust yourself, really let go of those toxic traits that you've had in the past with others and with yourself, and build that solid foundation for yourself. Because once you do that, your world will start to change Don't hate, meditate. Your angels are telling you to meditate because in order for them to really come through, for you to get the answer that they've been trying to give to you, and when you get those like bursts of I don't want to say creativity, but when you get those like silent moments and you feel like you have the answer, but then you go back into reality and you're nervous again, those silent moments are your angels trying to tell you this is the right way. And then you psych yourself up because you get in your head once that silent moment is no longer silent. So the more you meditate, the more clear those answers will become for you. Pile 1, whatever that answer is. Also speak your truth. You know the answer. It's already inside of you, honey. I hope this was insightful. This is what you needed to know for your own personal growth and development. I love you guys, and I will see you on my next one. Okay, pile number 2. I'm going to go ahead and clear the energy off of this deck. This is, I believe, the Light Series, no, the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Again, this is for entertainment purposes. Any reading that you get, whether it's on my channel or any channel, is not a definite end game. You always have free will, and this is just supposed to help guide you, help read your current energy into making the right life decisions for you. Again, you are always in control of your own life and your own decisions. So please just use this for a little guidance. And if this does not resonate with you, then you do not have to I guess take the information that is said here. Again, follow your own intuition. So I'm gonna just call upon your ancestors, your angels, your spiritual team, your highest self. What do you need to know right now for your highest timeline, for your highest good? Let's see what the angels have to say. Woo! Like, I was gonna say 3, 4 popped out. Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? So pile number 2, I'm seeing a lot of neglect. I'm seeing a lack of nutrition. There is a lot of sleepless nights, and this can be due to anxiety. There's a lot of stress, and I think that this is from the environment around you. There is a lot of noise around you, and so it's really hard for you to be one with yourself. And so I encourage you to take those, times of self-care to really mother yourself. How can you mother yourself? What are you lacking? And I feel a lot of like anxiety. This is what I'm feeling off of this pile, is there's a lot of anxiety, and the way that I personally deal with anxiety is to get out of whatever is giving me the anxiety. So I feel that you need to change the scenery, move around furniture, move around ideas, clean, get rid of old papers, start to move your energy, and that's going to shift the anxiety away from you. And then also take time for self-care to get out of that chaotic space. Take a bath, drink a tea. For a lot of you, I feel like that's not something that's really feasible right now. You are in a lot of limiting time crunches, so there's not a lot of you time. But even if you're driving, take that time to have no radio on, just be one with yourself in the open road. And even if there is, chaotic, I hear noise, maybe children in the back, even if there is noise in the background, try to just, a lot of times the people around you will reflect back your energy. So the calmer that you are in those particular situations, sometimes you'll be surprised how it will mimic back to you, and the world around you will start to become a little bit more calm as well. So definitely here's what I'm saying is mother yourself. Also, yes, there is a question that you have been asking and you kind of wondering if this was going to happen in the reading. Whatever your particular question was, this is a yes. This is a heck yes. The message I keep hearing is yes, yes, yes. You've already know this. You've already asked multiple people, and the answer is still yes. There might have been a 1 or 2 no's. Those were trying to get you off your path. The answer ultimately is yes, and I know that there is a big smile because you yourself also intuitively know that this is a yes. Get grounded. Again, whenever I notice that I am in a lot of stressful, chaotic energy, it's because I'm also not grounding myself. You can also ground yourself with a lot of stones. A lot of like crystals amplify energy of certain elements. So like grounding stones would be like tiger's eye, tourmaline. Those are great grounding stones that I like to use. You can also, my sister likes to eat bread. I don't know why I wanted to say that. I don't normally advise to eat bread, but there is a sense of also nutrition. So make sure that you are actually getting enough calories that you need for the day, enough nutrition, because a lot of this like lightheadedness is coming from malnutrition. I know that water is an issue, but you also need to be getting enough nutrients from food as well in order to help you stay grounded. There's a lot of grounding foods that you can also eat, any type of food that's from the earth directly. So like vegetables like carrots come from the earth, you know what I mean? Like you have to dig it up from the earth. That is a great for grounding. And also just clear yourself, clear your energy space is what I'm getting. I'm getting the reason also there's a lot of chaotic energy around you is because your auric field is really open. So in order to clear it, what I like to do is visualize like a white light over me, clearing all of the energies, taking what doesn't serve me anymore and like just saying what no longer serves me. I would like for it just to go back and to the earth and get grounded into its highest form, highest timeline. That's what I do. I also do a lot of other things like salt baths is really good for clearing out your energy. I feel there's a lot of cleansing that needs to be done with pile number 2. And after you cleanse, you can also ground yourself. You can visualize yourself grounding into Mother Nature. Also being in nature is a great way to ground yourself. So it says empaths, highly sensitives, connects with nature. Connects with nature. It's so funny, I didn't even read that yet. Leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. So this is corresponds to what you were asking. Yes, take the leap of faith. They're literally like begging you, just do it. Just do it. It seems scary. A lot of your anxiety is coming from this, what you don't know. Yes, you're like 80, 90%. Yes. And then you get cold feet and then you start to go back. Yes, do it. Whatever this pertains to you, whoever needs to hear this, that is hearing this, your angels are definitely saying, yes, 1000%. Take that leap of faith, trust in them, trust in yourself, trust in your abilities, and trust in your spiritual team. Now, I did pull this deck out for the other group as well, because this is my favorite deck. This is the Angel's Prayer deck. I love archangels and I love the messages, and it's just nice to get some little guidance from your angels, right? So what does pile number 2? This one wants to come out. Loved one from heaven. Ooh, loved one from heaven literally jumped out. Thank your loved one from heaven drawing to you at this time. Whoever needs to hear that. Oh my goodness, it's like they're flinging out of my arms. Trustworthy friends. Thank your angels for surrounding me with people I can trust and love. This is great news. This is a lot of, this will help alleviate a lot of your stress too. Your friends will come in. They are, for a lot of you, they're already there, but you've been such in a chaotic state that you haven't slowed down enough to see who is actually around you. And you are very, very loved in the physical and in the heavenly realms as well. Again, loved one from heaven. Definitely, okay, let me see if I can get any information. Loved one from heaven. I don't know why I want to say Philip. There's something about Philip as the information that whoever loved one from heaven, if there's somebody in here, Philip, they want to just say that they love you, that they're proud of you, and they see everything that you have accomplished from this day forward, that the business that you worked so hard. I keep hearing 2, so it's either 2 years in the making or 2 years from now, or it's been 2, or something about the number 2 that is significant to this connection. This is a very specific message. I know this is really crazy. Loved one from heaven for whoever is that. Also Andres, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. That's just the information that I'm also getting. I don't know if that name is any significance to anybody who is listening here, but there is a lot of praise for a lot of people who are in pile number 2, because you guys have had a life of independence, and which is a great strength of yours, but it's also something that you didn't necessarily ask for. It's something that has been given to you. You've had to be independent. You've had to learn how to do these. And now that the independence is there, when you don't know how to cope with the stress, you don't ask for the help because of this independence, and your loved one is helping you. And I think you're getting signs from them, and there is a reassurance there. So, even though it feels like you're independently alone, you do have those friends, and you do have a lot of loved ones in heaven that is watching after you. Open your heart to receive that. when you grow up in a life that is forcing you to be very independent at a very young age, I get a very teenage years, maybe like 15, 16. For a lot of you, some younger, I'm seeing like 10, 12, very independent at a very young age. This is still a very young age, no matter anything. I think under like 21 is really young. Anyways, you learn to not speak your emotions because that is not what independent people do. And for whatever reason, a lot of us do subscribe to that subconsciously. So your angels are urgently asking you to open up your heart and start to receive all of this greatness that you've been asking for, that wholeness of community and family and not being alone, because you are not alone at all, is what they're trying to say. And the last one is change and transition. Archangel, Arizal, which is weird because this is the message that I was picking up on. I was like, it is something like that. Yeah, I did not know this was an archangel. So it's also leading me safely through this change. So this leap of faith, this change, this transition that you are asked urgently to go through is definitely on your life's highest timeline. And I am so excited to give you guys this information because this is a great need to know. And it's like, I think, a final confirmation for a lot of you. Again, take this at message how you will. I love you guys. I hope this was informative. I know this was informative, but I will see you on my next one. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. I'm going to just clear off the energy of this deck. I love this deck. I actually got this deck in Sedona. This is a life transformational oracle. This is, Mystic Art Medicine Oracle Tools for Transformation. This is a very transformational time for pretty much all of us, but there are different types of transformation. I'm getting the sense for pile 3, which is more of a spiritual transformation, you really understanding the spiritual side of yourself. This is not normally a type of video that you will be watching, but you are here and welcome. Now, with my readings or anybody's readings in general, I do want to let you guys know that this is for entertainment purposes, that I just get the information that I intuitively pick up based off the cards, based off the energy that I am asking about, and always use your better judgment, always use your intuition. I empower people all the time to always listen to themselves, especially I feel a lot of you are newer on your spiritual journey, is a sense that I am getting. And so whenever you do start to get into pick a card readings, or you do start to, just learn about metaphysics, you always want to trust your own intuition, make your own judgment call, take everything with a grain of salt, because you do have free will. And even if you hear something on a reading, you do have the choice to either accept or not accept. A lot of the times you will hear something on a reading, and if you do not resonate with it, it is maybe not meant for you at this time in your life, or there is something better for you on a higher timeline. The way I like to read is, I do not do tarot, I do oracle, which is just messages that you need to know from spirit, your angels, your higher self. I do like to call in your highest timeline, the thing that's going to benefit you the very most at this particular time in order to get you to your highest self. Now, I do encourage you, if you are new to the metaphysical world, which again, I do feel that, to maybe get an oracle deck yourself. A lot of people do confuse oracle deck with tarot decks. They are completely different. Oracle decks give you an exact meaning. The card will say exactly what it means, and then the pamphlet will tell you the interpretation of that card, how it was meant to be interpreted. When these cards were made. Again, I like to read it intuitively and look at the card and see what I feel off the card and what I feel off the current energy. Do it however you feel called to do it. The first card here is creation. I do get a lot of creative energy from this pile. I do feel like you guys are very visionary persons. You guys are somebody who can see the bigger picture. You guys want to kind of look at the whole. And so what I mean by this is, whenever you tap into the metaphysical, you're going to want to do a lot of exploring in order to make the big picture for yourself, which is something that I personally resonate with myself. And it's taken me, I think I started back in like 2016 is when I got into crystals. 2018 is when I got into other things like manifestation, etc. And it wasn't until 2020 that I actually got into tarot card readings. And so it's a journey, and not everything is for everybody, but it looks like you guys have a lot of creative energy. So no matter, even if it's something that you guys are wanting to question and create yourselves, I'm seeing that you do have the power to do that within yourself. Not everybody has this creative power, which is definitely one of your spiritual gifts. If you have been asking yourself, what is your highest purpose? What is your self's mission in life? And this is probably what started or sparked the journey, is what I'm sensing for a lot of you. One of them is to create a new way for people who are learning, just like how you are right now. So that is a very good. You also need to remember to nurture yourself, and as you nurture yourself, people will see this and be inspired to nurture themselves as well. So when you nurture yourself, you actually nurture others. If you are learning about the law of attraction, they explain how that works in the real world. So let me go ahead and keep shuffling here. I love this energy. I'm getting a little bit of skepticism, not 100% sure, and I feel like with this particular energy, that is okay. I definitely suggest to question everything, no matter what it is, religion, metaphysical, anything. Like, you need to have discernment and not just believe everything that you hear. So there's definitely a sense of balance here, which you guys are great at sensing. I feel a very high sense of intuition, so just a knowing how, a know-how in this pile number 3. So you need to know that everything you feel intuitively, majority of the time, is right. You probably do know that from discernment, literally what I just said. You probably do know that already, just from past engagements, just from having these hunch and these feelings about people. That is your intuition, and that is a spiritual gift, that is a psychic gift. And you, my friend, also might be drawn to oracle cards for that reason, because you might have the same gift to interpret the cards in a certain way. Discernment, again, discernment is to understand that, again, not to be easily fooled, to have this knowledge, to understand and observe the things, but to also understand what they are, what they mean to you, and to have a higher sense of self. Just because somebody says the sky is blue, everybody else says the sky is blue. If you want to question and say that the sky is pink, then you can question it, and then you can do your research, and then you can decide whether, oh yeah, maybe they were right, or maybe they weren't. But always have that curiosity to you. Always, I know that was not the greatest analogy, but always have that curiosity to you, because what if it isn't blue? What if it's, you know, a different color based off where you are? Because sometimes the sky is pink when it has a sunset. So question everything. Don't believe everything you hear. I feel like you're not gullible, but because it's something that you're not familiar with, the metaphysical world, that it can be easy to fall into just that gullible side and get misled. Protection. Okay, so this is talking about, again, if you're starting this journey, you definitely need to have some type of protection with the discernment to not call any negative energies, any negative spirits, especially when you are starting to work with like sage. I see like burning of incense, burning of sage, learning about crystals, picking up different rocks. Understand what it means, how to activate, what you're calling in, because everything, just like Pocahontas, everything around you is a spirit. It has a life force. Trees have a life force. They have an imprint with them. So know what you are calling in and what that attracts and what that draws. So definitely have that knowledge base and protect yourself against anything that you may not want. New growth, as we know, you are growing into this new side of yourself, which is just like a child. So I was gonna say childlike, but just like a true sense of yourself, going back to who you truly are, and just tapping into your spirituality, which I think is really, really cool. I think we are done with this deck. I'm going to do the angel deck, which I have done for the other two ones, the other two piles, because I love this deck. Also, I love getting messages from the angels. I'm just clearing the angels. I'm clearing the energy, just so that the energy of pile number 3, which angel wants to come in and give you guidance. This one keeps wanting to pop up. Honor your feelings, honor your intuition, honor who you are. Know when you're, when you feel something, feel it, honor it. It's there for a reason. You're feeling it for a reason. Woo. Your inner voice, a lot of intuition here, guys. You guys have so much I'm hearing like clairvoyance. So you guys, and this is probably why you guys have this great imagination where you're able to create, because you have these flashes of visions, a lot of dreams I see, of things that are going to happen, of things that are going to manifest. You guys will maybe talk to somebody, and as they're talking, you see this play out, or you see an image, and it's your psychic awareness, your intuition, your gifts. Because that is one of your gifts, is what the sense that I'm getting for pile number 3. So if you want to look up clairvoyance and claircognizance, for some of you, that's just pure understanding and knowing. That's just, you don't know how you know, you just know. Claircognizance and clairvoyance, look those 2 up. Those are going to be great, because I feel a lot of those are gifts for pile number 3. Count your blessings. Thank the universe and the angels for blessings in your life. This is great for bringing you to your next stages of abundance, which I feel is for a lot of you coming very quickly and effortlessly. Like, I don't feel like there's a lot of work that's having to be put into it. And I know that sounds really weird, but a lot of the other piles have been manifesting for a while, but I feel like you naturally come with luck. There's a lot of natural luck to this pile. So with that, it's because you also are a very humble person, and the more you count your blessings, the more that you are humbled, the faster manifestations will always come to you. So this is a very lucky pile, but you are lucky because you are grateful at the same time. And I love that energy. I really like pile number 3. Any last messages from pile number 3's angels, loved ones, higher self? Anything that will assist them on their spiritual journey? I'm hearing no. I'm hearing just trust yourself, believe in yourself. Everything will be okay. I love you guys. I hope I know this was beneficial to you guys, because it was beneficial even for me to hear this information, because it just reminds me of like where I was a few years back. And this is a very exciting journey. Leap of faith. This popped up before in a different way, in a different pile, but take a leap of faith, believe in yourself. Everything will start to make sense. Be kind to yourself. Do a lot of great research. There's so many great authors. There's so many great speakers. But again, trust your inner voice. Trust yourself, and have that discernment whenever you are doing this type of research. I love you. Until next time.